Hello, I'm Matthew from Ludovox, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Terraforming Mars. So Terraforming Mars is a development game for 1 to 5 players ages 12 and up, and it plays for 19 to 120 minutes. So this game is about terraforming Mars, so the title says it all. So what we try to do is make it livable by raising the temperature up to 8 degrees, raising the oxygen level to 14%, and placing all of the ocean tiles. Once we do that, we end the game and we try to see who is the best corporation. Because every player will have a playmat here and is a corporation, and we collaborate to create a livable Mars, a livable planet, but we want to be the best corporation. Additionally, you can have asymmetric starts with these cards, company cards, that give you different head starts. So you might produce a lot of resources, or have a lot of money, or get bonuses when you do certain things in the game, that kind of thing. So the goal of the game is first to perform well in these areas and fulfill these objectives. Every time you move a step towards global achievement, you get some victory points, which are also the money that you get every turn. So it's important to participate in the global efforts. So this game is card driven. There is a huge stack of cards here, and you want to play those, basically. So the way the game plays is very simple. You're going to play across generations, rounds of the game. So every generation is made out of 3 phases. The first phase is the R&D phase. Every player draws 4 cards, typically, and would look at them secretly. And you're going to try to decide what's the best for you, because keeping a card costs 3 million credits, so 3 money. And it is very expensive to keep all of the cards at the same time. So you might decide that you don't want this one, and you're going to discard them and pay for the others. So then, once every player has chosen what to keep and what to play, you can start the action phase. So the action phase is basically a round-based phase. Every player is going to play 1 or 2 actions, or that player is going to pass for the entire generation. So if you play a card, it is an action. So playing a card might cost money, or it always costs money, but it might have some requirements. So for example, if I want to have those gas masks, I need to have at least 7% oxygen. If I don't have those, I cannot play the card. So there are some requirements, which might be oxygen, oceans, forests, cities, whatnot. So we have many requirements, many different requirements. Also, some tags here can award you with bonuses or with discounts. For example, with the titanium and steel, you can spend them to get discounts on cards that bear those symbols. So there are 3 types of cards. You have the green type of card. So a green card gives you a bonus when you play it, but stays in play, and it gives you some special bonuses with the symbols. But it has an effect only when you play it. There is the red one. The red cards are events, and when you play them, you apply the effects, resolve them, and then flip them over. They are no longer active. And finally, you have the blue cards. So the blue cards have powers, which are typically actions. So that's a second thing you can do as an action. You can basically bend a card, tap a card, whatever, to perform the action that's on it. So for example, there's space mirrors allow you to tap the card, pay 7 credits, and it allows you to raise the production level of energy by 1. So let me explain the boards. We have resource places here. So these golden, silvery, and bronze cubes are the resources and the spendable resources. What I have with the red cubes here is the production level, what I'm going to get every turn. So if I increase the production level, I'm going to get more and more things every generation. So for example, if I have an energy production level of 4, I would get 4 energy every turn. That's basically it. Some cards also award you with victory points at the end of the game, like this one. So these are the first two types of actions that you can perform. The other actions that you can perform are on the board here. So the first thing is the standard projects. So this table here. So these are actions that don't require cards, neither do these and these. So in this one, you discard cards to get money, you pay money to get additional energy, or you can raise temperature, or you can place ocean, or place forests, or place cities. So all of those are very important, and once you can if you play them, you place a cube of your color to remember you have built those. So it's kind of important to know who built what, because it awards victory points. So for example, the cities give you 1 victory point at the end of the game for each forest that is tied to it, even if you didn't build a forest. So for example, in this case, if we have a blue and a red forest touching a red city, red player gets 2 points. The ocean tiles, you have to place them to win the game, but also when you put a tile close to an ocean tile, you get money. So this gets interesting, and you want to get as close to the oceans as possible. Additionally, when you place a forest, you improve the oxygen level by 1, basically. So this is for the standard projects. The objectives here are very simple. If you can meet the requirements of an objective, like having 16 cards in your hand, or having built 8 buildings with that symbol, you're just going to take an action, pay some money, and then say, okay, I do this objective, I win, I earn 5 victory points. Basically, that's it. And the awards here are kind of the same, but they enable a certain type of scoring at the end of the game. So for example, I might do this and this, and I'm saying that I enable scoring for science symbols. So now, at the end of the game, we're going to count the science symbols on the cards of everyone, and the one with the most science symbols gets 5 points, and the second one gets 2 points. So I enable a new kind of scoring. So basically, we're going to perform actions until all players pass. Then we move on to the last phase of the turn, which is the production phase. So before the production phase starts, we're going to move all of the unspent energy of the boards to heat. So because we cannot store energy, it becomes heat. Then we're going to produce resources according to the production levels. So for example, in this case, 1 here, 5 here because I'm super rich, 1 here, 1 there, 1 there. And for the money, you just add your terraforming rating to the production line. So this makes it very interesting to raise the winning conditions or end conditions, because every time you do so, you increase your terraforming rating. So you want to do this as much as possible, but it quickens the game. So you have to manage the tempo here and there. So once you have done this, you start another generation, you deal 4 counts to every player, and then the cycle starts again. So the game ends when all 3 objectives are done, when there are no more tiles and the cubes are at the top of the gauge for each gauge, and then you finish the current generation, produce last time, and then basically that's the end of the game. You're going to see the scorings, the cities that score a bit, and also the terraforming level, and sometimes the cards might award you with victory points, like so. So you're going to total them up and have scores, basically. So that's it. You know almost everything about Terraforming Mars, which is a development game in which you have to cooperate, to collaborate, to create a new, beautiful red planet. Bye-bye.